The Crestwood Shanty, a tale to make you smile, by Lynn and Dave. Oh, gather round, ye merry lot, for a shanty worth your time, a tale of Crestwood's finest folk, with nonsense in each rhyme. For life is short, we all well know, so why sit round and frown? Let's raise our mugs and wag our tongues and turn the mood around. Verse 1, The Legend of Old Grumpy Pete. Old Grumpy Pete, he lived up the street with a scowl for all to see. He'd yell at kids and frighten birds and grumble at his tea. But one fine day his cat ran away, and he chased it up a tree, where a branch gave way and Pete fell down right into a potpourri. Now Pete emerged smelling sweet as pie, and the village folk did cheer. Old Pete has changed, they shouted loud, and offered him a beer. From that day on Pete wore a grin, and laughed through thick and thin. Life's too short to grump around, he said. Let the fun begin. So dance a jig and sing a tune beneath the silver moon. The Crestwood way is here to stay, with laughter as our boon. No time for frowns or grumpy glares, no sitting in despair. For joy's a treasure without measure, we'll spread it everywhere. Verse 2, The Curious Tale of Sally the Baker. Now, Sally the Baker was known for her cakes, the finest in the land, but she always baked with a furrowed brow and a heavy, weary hand. Oh, Sally dear, why not a smile, the villagers would ask. A grin would sweeten your cherry pies and lighten up your task. One day a goat from Farmer Clyde wandered into her shop. It nibbled her flour and licked the cream and wouldn't seem to stop. At first she cried, "You pesky brute," but then began to chuckle, for the goat wore Clyde's old Sunday hat and a scarf with a silver buckle. Now Sally laughs while she whisks and bakes, her shop a joyful hub, with jokes and jests and merry tales, and cakes as light as love. So dance a jig and sing a tune beneath the silver moon. The Crestwood way is here to stay, with laughter as our boon. No time for frowns or grumpy glares, no sitting in despair. For joy's a treasure without measure, we'll spread it everywhere. Verse 3, The Day the Town Forgot to Frown. Now once upon a summer's day, the Crestwood folk did vow to banish frowns for 24 hours and live only in the now. The blacksmith sang while forging tools, the cobbler danced a jig. Even Farmer Clyde's old goat joined in, wearing a powdered wig. The mayor declared, from this day forth, let's live with mirth and cheer. For life's too short to mope about or waste on grumps and fear. And so the town of Crestwood thrived, a haven full of glee, where smiles abound and laughter's found in every cup of tea. So dance a jig and sing a tune beneath the silver moon. The Crestwood way is here to stay, with laughter as our boon. No time for frowns or grumpy glares, no sitting in despair. For joy's a treasure without measure, we'll spread it everywhere. And thus the shanty comes to end, with wisdom wrapped in rhyme. To seek out joy and share your smiles will make the best of time. For when the sun has set at last and the stars begin to gleam, you'll know you lived with happiness and danced within your dream.